Welcome back to UK Knowledge Guru. In this video, I will guide you how to apply or renew your blue badge. I will also guide you how much it costs, what documents you need, and what to do if your application is refused. So without wasting time, let's start. So for that, we'll go on gov.uk website and we will search for apply for a renew or blue badge. Then we will go on apply for renew or blue badge. After that, you have apply for renew or blue badge. You have all the options. You go down and you will click on start now. Then you will see the option who are you applying for. So we are applying for myself, and you will click on continue. You have option for which council you are applying for. For example, if you are applying for 5 local council, you put the postcode in or the city name and you will get to that page. And for example, I'll put the postcode in, and I'll so EH144AS and continue. And now I'm on this page. Your issuing authority. So my issuing authority is Edinburgh Council. Do you already have a badge? No. Continue. What is your date of birth? So I'll put 01/01/1963. Continue. Are you severely blind? So no. Continue. Do you have lifetime illness? No. Continue. Do you receive any kind of benefits? Personal independent payment, disability, living allowance, child disability, adult disability, armed forces, war pensions, or none of the above? So we'll select disability, living allowance, continue. Were you awarded the higher rate of the mobility component? If I select no and continue, it will give me the option that I cannot apply for the blue badge. So that's why I'll go back and I'll select yes. And it will give me the option you are eligible for blue badge. Based on the answers, you are eligible for the blue badge. These are the documents you need. I'll zoom out and then I'll click on the start now. As soon as I'll click the start now, it will give me the option to enter the email address. So I'll put the email address in, confirm the email address, continue, save your progress is being saved, save and continue, apply for the blue badge. So now I have the option for the check before you start your eligibility, which I have already done. I already just got the email. So I have the option prepare application, enter personal details, upload letter from DWP, prove your identity, prove your address, add photo, apply, check your answers, agree and declaration, submit and pay. Now I'll show you what is blue badge and what documents you need. So first I'll discuss the price, how much it costs. A blue badge costs up to £10 in England and £20 in Scotland. And if you are applying blue badge from Wales, it's free. You usually get it for 3 years, and after 3 years you need to apply for the renew. You must reapply for the blue badge before your current one expires. That's very important. Now let's understand what is blue badge. A blue badge helps provide with disabilities or health condition park closer to their destination. You can apply for a blue badge for yourself on or behalf of someone else or on behalf of the organization as well. For example, you are working for a carer company, so you can apply for the blue badge. In England, Scotland and Wales, you apply on gov.uk. For Northern Ireland, you apply on a different website. I have already showed you how to apply in this video. Now let's discuss who can get automatically a blue badge. You are automatically qualified for a blue badge if you are aged 3 or over. At least one of the following applies. You receive the higher rate of the mobility component of the disability living allowance. You received a personal independence payment, which is known as PEP, because you can't walk more than 50 meters. You are registered blind. People who automatically get are also if you have served in war pensions mobility supplement, you have received a lump sum benefit within tariff level 1 to 8 of the armed forces or reserve forces. You receive the mobility component of PEP and have obtained 10 points specifically. People who may get a blue badge, if you are eligible for a blue badge, if one or more of the following applies. For example, you cannot walk at all. You cannot walk without help from someone else or using mobility aid. You can find walking very difficult due to pain, breathlessness, or the time it takes. For example, you have lung disease. In that case, you can also get the blue badge. Walking is dangerous to your health and safety, something which you can cause an injury to you. You have a life-limiting illness, which means you cannot walk or find walking very difficult and have SR1 form. You have severe disability in both arms and drive regularly but cannot operate, pay and display parking machine. You have a child under the age 3 with a medical condition. That means the child always need to be accompanied by bulky medical equipment. You have a child under the age 3 with a medical condition. That means the child must always be kept near a vehicle in case they need emergency medical treatment. You are constantly a significant risk to yourself or others near vehicle, in traffic or car parks. You struggle severely to plan or follow a journey. You find it difficult or impossible to control your actions and lack awareness of the impact you could have on others. Or you are regularly have intense or overwhelming response to situation, causing temporary loss of behavioral control. You frequently become extremely anxious or fearful of public open spaces, for example. Your local council will decide if you are eligible for the badge or not. They cannot start the assessment process until they have all the necessary evidence, which we will discuss in this video later on. It may take 12 weeks or longer to assess your application. If they decide that you are not eligible and you think that they did not take account on all the facts you have provided, you can consider to apply your application again. Now let's discuss what you need to apply for the blue badge, like what documents you need, what evidence you need. So you need to provide proof of identity, for example, your passport, birth certificate, proof of address, for example, your utilities bill, your council tax letter, your bank letter, a recent head and shoulders digital photo. That's important because every blue badge got the photo, like I have shown in the example as well, how the blue badge looks like. Your national insurance number if you have one. Contact details, for example, your phone number, your email address, your postal address, your current location. All these details are also mandatory for the blue badge. Now let's discuss to prove your identity. You can provide a copy of either your birth certificate, which we just discussed, passport, driving license, marriage or civil partnership certificate, divorce or dissolution certificate. To prove your address, you need to provide a council tax bill, a recent letter from government, for example, your benefit letter from DWP, Department of Work and Pension, driving license, a recent letter from your school if you are under 16-year-old, personal independent payment. That's important. You need to know the scores from the mobility assessment and the award end date. You will ask to provide proof of PIP award. This would be the 3 pages from the letter of Department of Work and Pensions which you have received. A front page, entitlement to PIP, assessment score. The second page, the third page is mobility score. So if you wanted to apply blue badge on the basis of PIP, then you need to provide these 3 letters. Many people assume that they are receiving the PIP, so they are eligible for the blue badge. No, that's not the case. You need to provide these documents and your mobility score will decide whether you are eligible or not. Now, what about disability living allowance? Same with that, you'll need to know which rate of mobility component you receive and the award end date. You'll be asked to provide proof to DLA. This should be the most recent letter from Department of Work and Pension. The mobility rating, certificate of entitlement to DLA, the date of the letter. These are the 3 documents which you need. For Armed Forces Compensation Scheme, you will be asked to provide proof of the benefit. This should be the most recent letter from the Ministry of Defense, which clearly shows that you were injured in service on or after 6th April 2005. You have been awarded a benefit from the Armed Forces Compensation Scheme with lump sum payment within tariff 1 to 8. That's important because if your tariff don't lie between 1 to 8, then you are not eligible. So it doesn't mean that if you are getting Armed Forces Compensation Scheme, you will be eligible for blue badge. It's not like that. You are certified as having a permanent substantial disability which causing inability to work or very considerable difficulty in walking. War Pensions Mobility Scheme. You will be asked to provide proof of the benefit. This should be the most recent letter from Ministry of Defense, which shows the applicant was injured before 2005, is in a receipt of a War Pensions Mobility Supplement. Proof of eligibility. If you are planning without one of the benefits, then the application will need to be assessed by the local authority, for example, your council. To help assess the application, you will be asked to provide extra information depending on the answers you give when you are checking eligibility. If you cannot walk or find walking difficulty, or you have non-visible condition, something which is non-visible, like you got pain which is not visible, but you can provide the evidence for it, like a GP letter or anything. You'll be asked to provide details, relevant medication that is taken, relevant treatment that you receive or due to receive, healthcare or associated professional that you have been involved with the treatment of the condition, which is your local council, local GP. Proof of eligibility, you will be asked if you want to upload supporting documents. This could be prescription, diagnosis letter, or correspondence between professional that treat your condition. If you cannot walk or find walking difficult, you will be asked to provide questions around on how your condition affects your walking. If you have non-visible condition, you will be asked to provide questions around how journey between your vehicle and destinations are affected your condition. When you are applying online, you will be able to upload or scan the copy of the proof of benefit, proof of address, proof of identity, supporting documents. You can also upload a recent digital photo. Just make sure the photo scans are quality. So, for example, you're taking it from the phone. It don't need to be from a passport copy, but if you take it from your phone, that will do the job. How you can provide these documents? If you are applying on a mobile or tablet, you can take a photo of the required document and upload them. You can choose not to upload the documents. If you have this, you can also contact your local council. You can send them a letter through post. Instead, if you receive one of these benefits, you can still apply. Your application will be assessed by your local council. So an organization may be eligible for the blue badge. What about the organizations? Because this is a very common question which carer companies ask. In case if they both care for or assist people who needs a blue badge, or they transport people who needs a blue badge. In that case, the issuing local council will decide whether the organization has a clear need for an organizational badge rather than using individual badge of the people when they are transporting. An organizational badge must be displayed when someone would be eligible for the blue badge in their own rights is being transported.